Stephen A. Smith, that's my Twitter handle for those of you who wanted to tweet me before I got on out of here for the day. And I'm going to read a couple of these. Let's get to some of these tweets right here. First up, I got to put my glasses on because of this small fine print here. It says here, at Easy Money Cam 1 writes, Stephen A., who do you think is the best scarer, not scorer, scarer between Randall Boggs and Sully Sullivan? First of all, his name is really not Sully Sullivan. It's James P. Sullivan. You didn't think I knew that, did you? Okay? That's his real name, James P. Sullivan, okay? Not Sully Sullivan. So let's get that out of the way first. Randall, generational scarer. I get all of that. But Sully, I got to say he's the GOAT. That's what I got to go with, Rand. Randall tried harder, but it just came more natural to Sully. So I think we go with that. Bigger, scarier as well. Sully's the one in that one. Sorry, got to go with that. Next one, at JCitySTL, as in St. Louis. You get to roll with one of the Teletubbies for a day. Who you rolling with? Pooh, La-La, Dipsy, or Dinky Winky? I'm going with Dipsy. I like the color green and a darker complexion. What can I say? It works for me. That's what I'm rolling with, okay? Let's roll with the next one. At Joel9 and 1 spelled out, O-N-E. Do women really like edible arrangements? There's really no way to answer this question but the way I'm going to answer it. This is YouTube. Women really liking edible arrangements? The answer is it depends on your intent with the edible arrangements. It's just that simple. I don't have to say any more than that. Use your imagination. Last but not least, at Nick Central writes, best basketball movie out of my 5 favorites below. White Man Can't Jump, Eddie, He Got Game, Jesus Shuttlesworth, Love and Basketball, or Semi-Pro? This is the easiest question I've been asked. Love and Basketball. Omar Epps and the wonderful, incomparable Sanaa Lathan. That movie was fantastic. That movie was fantastic. You want me to tell you something? Because Omar Epps is a friend of mine. It's my brother. I got a lot of love for him. He was just in Raising Cain and did a great job acting in that, by the way. But let me say this to y'all, please, about Love and Basketball, because I'm going to say something I've never heard anybody say, and I don't know if anybody ever said it, ever broke it down to y'all. As much as I love that movie, and that movie is definitely one on the list, He Got Game would be number 2 with Spike Lee and Ray Allen and all of that. Okay, I get that. But Woody Harrelson and oh my goodness, Wesley Snipes and White Men Can't Jump. I mean, that was great too, you know. But Woody Harrelson was just a mess. Okay, but Wesley Snipes, you know, he's not really a baller. I liked him better in the movie with the train with them two and Jennifer Lopez. I thought they were great in that more so than White Men Can't Jump. But that's just me. Let me say this to you. Okay, and also the guy that starred as Beretta, he was in that movie with J-Lo and Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. That was a good movie. It really was. Let me say this to you about Love and Basketball, because I never heard anybody say this, but I'm going to say this. I really had, as much as I loved that movie, and I think was it Alfre Woodard that was in the movie? Or it wasn't her. Oh my goodness, I forget who it was. I apologize. It's not Alfre Woodard. I think so. I'll remember. It'll come back to me. That was played Sanaa Lathan's mom in the movie. Omar Epps in the movie. His father. I was always offended by that storyline. His father did not do right by his wife, who, by the way, is a fabulous actress. She used to act on All My Children, the soap opera years ago, by the way. And the father used to be the president on 24. when he got assassinated. I think that was like season 3, all right? Let me tell y'all something, man. This really offended me, this storyline. And I've never heard anybody say this about Love and Basketball, but I'm going to say it. Alfre Woodard, I had it right, all right? And who was the father? I'm looking at one of my producers here, Michael. Who's the father? No, that was not Omar Epps' father in Love and Basketball. But it'll come to me. What I don't like about it, Dennis Haysbert. That's it. See what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to pray for you, bro. Here's the deal. What really bothered me, he did not do right by his wife, but he was a marvelous father. He was always there. He supported his son. He loved his son. He pushed for education. He loved Omar Epps, his son. And the mom busted the dad, had pictures of him with his mistress, and as a result was crying by the poolside, and she hugs on her son, and the son hates his dad and don't speak to him for years. Don't want him around, and none of that. You see, that ain't right. That ain't right. Now, if you're hitting on his mama, that's different. You got to die. My father had ever hit my mother, it'd have been lights, it'd have been over. That never happened. But their personal relationship, as trifling as he was with her, when it came to infidelity, the movie just said, the hell with you as a father. You didn't measure up as a husband, so the hell with you. That ain't right. I think in a movie like that, Love and Basketball, you could be very disappointed in your father. You could go without speaking to him for a while. You can do all of those things. But to paint the father as the total villain when you showed him being an excellent father, I mean, you didn't want her anymore. You should have left her. You shouldn't have mistreated her by cheating on her. Fair enough. But to just ostracize him because of that as a father, and to have Omar Epps leaving school early, going to the pros prematurely, damaging his knee and compromising his entire career when that was his father's primary fear. I just didn't like that part of the storyline. That's just me.